Hey, what's up everybody? In this video we're going to validate a form, first of all using a normal validation, then a regular expression, and we're going to check if a specific field of the form is empty or not. So let me demonstrate this. Let's say we have a field. You can have as many fields as you want, but we want to check if the field is empty or not. So right now the field is empty. If we click on submit, then an alert will appear with please input a value. Now if we try again, and also we can input any letter and any number. Okay, so let's say we're going to input A. This will work. Code accepted. You can input a 1. This will also work. Code accepted. We could also input a and so far and so on, and this will also work. Also, we could input a capital A, and I'm going to show you how this works, and this will also be accepted. So that's pretty much it. Let's get started. Hey everyone, just a really quick note before we get started with the video. This video is part of my full JavaScript course, so if you want to check that out, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. I'm also going to leave a coupon code attached to that link so you can get the best price possible. Now on another note, we are now on Patreon, so if you want to support us and supporting our cause for creating this kind of free content, then please consider becoming a Patreon. Okay, so that's enough from your time. Let's get into the video. Now I just created an empty folder, so let's populate this with the index.html. Let's go ahead, create a boilerplate, shift exclamation mark, and right up here, I don't want to do that much styling, so I'm going to use materialize CSS. Now you can go to materialize and click on, let me make this larger, click on get started, and this will send you right here. You just need this link. Copy it and paste it up here in your head. Okay, right here we'll also link up our CSS. So let's create a link tag, style.css, and we're going to go down here. Now let's populate our body. So we are going to need a h1 with a class of title, and this will have a text of validate if not empty. Okay, after this we're going to have an h4, and this will have also a class of title, and we'll have here text input any letters or numbers and submit. Okay, now right after our h4 we are going to create our form. So with this, for this we're going to use a form tag. We don't need any action, or you can leave this as an asterisk, so we don't need to submit it anywhere. And we're going to create an input tag. This input tag will be the type of text, and I'm also going to give it a ID of input field. Okay, let's also give it a placeholder of field. There we go. Cannot be empty. Okay, now after this input tag, we'll create another input tag, and this will be for our submit button. So we're going to change the tab from text to submit. Okay, and let's also give this a class of btn. I'm going to give this a class of btn. Let's also open up the entire thing using live server. So I'm using live server as my server here, and there we go. There's our validate if empty, input any letters, blah blah blah. You can see the input tag and the button are already styled because of materialize CSS. So let's go back here. We're missing something. Yeah, we're missing our link. Make sure our script tag. So script, I'm going to link up our, let's just call it main.js. Okay, so let's create our style file, our CSS file. So style.css, and within here, I'm just going to copy in the styling, and so I'm going to just paste it in, and let's go over this. So body width 700 pixels, margins auto is going to push everything into the center of the page. Background color dark. There we go. There's our dark background color. This is the finished one. This is our project. Okay, let's also click it. Nothing happens. Yup. And hey, I want to snap it one beside of others so you can both see this. Let's close this up. So title, that was the class that we created for this two. Text align center, margins bottom 2 rem. So both of them will have a margin of 2 rem from the bottom. The entire thing will have a text shadow, as you can see. So the input type of text, we'll take a look in our HTML. The input, this one, the type of text is going to have a color of this color, this hash color. So it's basically the same color as the button, and a font size of 2 rem. And the input type text placeholder, so the placeholder back here, is going to have a gray color. Okay, and the button will have 100% of this width. If not, if I take this out, comment this one out, then it's going to look this way. Okay, we don't want this. But you can leave it that way, as you wish. So now let's get into our JavaScript. So let's create a JavaScript file. We called it main.js. And also let's open up our console. First things first, let's grab onto a couple of things from our DOM. So let's create a const and call this input field. And we're going to grab onto it from the document using getElementById. You can also use query selector if you want. Gonna grab onto the ID of input field. Okay, the next one will be const. We create another one. We also want to grab on to the submit button. So let's call this submit btn, and let's go with document. Let's select it from our document. And this time I'm going to use query selector. And I'm using query selector because I'm going to grab onto the type of it. So I'm going to grab onto the input tag, and from this we're going to grab onto the type of, so type, just type in here type equals quotations submit. Okay, so that's basically it for this part. Did I miss something? Missing here quotation, and here should be double quotes. So let's replace this with double quotes. Okay, now let's also check out a missing after argument list. Where? Input oh, okay, didn't close this one up. Sorry. There we go. So let's check out if we selected both of them. So let's console log our input field and also our input button. Did I just copy it over? Oh, sorry about that. Input button, there we go. So null, because, well, the field, input field, already, input field, why are you null? This shouldn't be null. Let me check my input field. This is why. This is always good to console log things. I misspelled here input field. Okay, now we have both our input fields and our submit button. Now what we can do, we could get our submit button and add an event listener, and we're going to listen for a click. So when we click on this button, we're going to, well, launch a function which we're going to call required. Okay, so let's create our function. So we're asking us, hey, where is your function? Here it is, function required. And this function will first of all have a event as a parameter, because if I do this, then I don't know if you see this or not, but the page is refreshing. This is because the form is submitting. So in order to stop this, you have to type in event.prevent default. Because the default behavior of the page of the form is to submit. As you can see now, if I click submit, nothing happens. Now next up, we're going to create an if statement. So if the input field, so the input field right here, dot value, so we don't want the input field itself, but we want its value. Now let me also show you what happens. Let me create here console log of the input field dot value, because there's a difference the input field and the value of it. So let me comment this one out. So when I click on this, it's going to give me the value. The value is empty. If I type something in here, click on it, it's going to give me exactly what I typed in here. So let's comment this one out. Let's comment our if statement back in. So if the input field dot value, I'm going to check it now, is empty, is equal to an empty string, well then we have a problem because it's empty. So alert and I'm going to type in here string, please input a value. Okay, so and should I return? Yeah, we could also return and then return. So it's going to stop here and boom, return back up here. So let's try this out. If I click on this, there's nothing in there. Please input a value. Now, if I input something, nothing happens. That just means that, woohoo, success. But we need to also confirm this somehow. So let's say else. So if there's something in there, let's say alert. Say string of code accepted. Okay, so let's try this again. If there's nothing in there, please input a value. If we type something in there, code accepted. Now, what will happen if I would hit the space bar? Is this a value? Let's click on submit. Code accepted. Well, we don't want this. We actually want to be something in there. So we could say or. Where are my pipes? There are my pipes. Or input field. I'm going to copy. Oh, let me type it out. So or input field dot value, and we're going to check if the value is a empty string, so with a space in there. So now if I type in a space and hit on submit, please input a value. You can no longer trick me, haha. So let's also type in here return. This is the way we can check it if there is or not a value. Now let me show you how we can do the same thing using a regular expression. I'm going to copy this, paste it in here. We need our event listener, but we will also create right after our event listener a regular expression. So let's create a const with a variable name of regex, and let's assign this to right in here. Let's assign this to a range from 0 to 9 for letters and A to Z for the numbers and A to Z for the letters. And also let's make it caps insensitive. And I'm going to show you what the difference is shortly after this. So regular expression is this. It's going to check if there are numbers and letters within. Well, it's not going to check, but the regular expression is this one. So now let's check it. Now how can we do this? In this if statement, we're going to replace regular expression dot test. The regular expression will test what is in the input field. So input field dot value. Okay. Now this is not correct because we want to check if there's nothing in the input field dot value. So we're going to negate this. So if the regular expression is going to test this is matching this. So let's try this out. If I would first of all comment this one out because it's the same function. Let's comment also this one out. So we don't have anything. Now if we submit, it's going to look main.js because it's looking for my function there. But we're going to comment this one back in, and we have a function up there, and we're going to click on submit, and it's going to regex is not a function. What? What did I misspell? Input field regex. What did I type in here? Text, not text, but test. You're testing, not texting. Okay, now let's click on submit, and please input a value. Okay, buddy, let's input a value. Sad. code accepted. Let's input a number. 11122 bam. Code accepted. Let's input a number, a letter, some letters and some numbers, and code accepted. But if I would do capital AAA, code accepted, and if I would take out our case insensitive sign there and type in AAA, submit, please input a value. So this makes it code insensitive. Okay, now some aesthetic things I still want to do here. For example, when we have the code accepted, when we accept the code, I want the input field to be empty. So let's do input field dot value. We're going to assign it to nothing. Okay, a empty string. If I input here something that is correct, code accepted, and it's going to clear itself. Let's also do a couple of aesthetic things. Let's just call them. Let's say the submit button dot class list. I'm going to toggle a red class. And I already created that red class in our CSS. And let's say the submit button dot value. We're going to reassign its value, which is actually the text within it. Okay, so if I would type in here a string of try again, it saves, so there's nothing in there. Click on it, please input a value, and we have our try again. Okay, so I'm going to take this and copy it down here. I'm going to change this to input.value. We will have a match. And we will toggle the green class. Green. Okay. So if we type something in here, submit, code accepted, and we have our match. This confirms that this matches. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video and catch you next time. Bye-bye.